All right, here it is, a beautiful guitar. So it's all one piece of walnut. It's beautiful, nicely figured. It's got some curly fiddleback in these wings. Nice. The sapwood here, then the heartwood is in the middle there. It's got a Wenge pickup surround, kolev pickup in the neck. This is a neck mini humbucker, and then it has a full-on Fralin Alnico 4 in the bridge. Beautiful copper. The Floyd Rose Pro. The Pro is the best one, if you ask me. It's got the most metal on it. It's got this thick metal. It's got a big brass block on there, the whole 9 yards. It's all copper hardware. Beautiful Cocobolo fingerboard, stainless steel frets with, it's got a bird, hummingbird, and then it has the flowers and hummingbirds. And it represents beautiful music and speed. Obviously, the hummingbird is the fastest flying bird with his wings beating 10,000 times a second, whatever it is, something crazy. Anyway, and then it has all this going on. So it's got the three-way switch. Then it has a volume, tone, booster up to 20 decibels. It's a 4, 8, 16, and 20 decibels of boost. Got a 9-volt in there. It's a preamplifier. Then it has a Veritone switch. Stainless steel, if I didn't say that already, on the frets. Let's give a listen to it and see if we can't hear what it sounds like. I'm playing through the Fender at a low volume. So my roommate's home right now, and I'm not allowed to really play it at full volume because he's sleeping. He works all night, and then in the daytime, he comes home and sleeps. So until he gets up, I can't plug it into the 100-watt Marshalls. So we're just doing a sort of a fake sound check here, but let's get into it. So we're going to start out in the neck pickup here. So the mini humbucker's great. It's kind of strat-like, but no hum, being a humbucker. And it's clean. So that's C sharp I was playing in, by the way. Let's see. So that's up there an octave above, and obviously this thing goes way up there to the high B. So you can still play your it's got a lot of fret. I'll get into the power booster, what it helps with playing way up there in a minute. But anyway, so that's the neck pickup. And then here's in between. Nice. That's got a nice in-between sound there. I don't mind that at all. the Pro Floyd Roses. Stays in tune like a Floyd, just supposed to. Now let's go into the, oh yeah, if you pull out the tone switch, now you're out of phase. So being out of phase is pretty nice. And there's really something cool about being out of phase with this guitar, is that you can turn the booster on, and the booster gives you know, a very cool tone because you got all this extra. So that's the booster, what it does in out of phase. It's pretty nice. So let's go back into phase. Let's go to the treble pickup. I don't think we've been visiting there yet. So. Sitting down with a flying V, you're supposed to stand up to this thing. But anyway, I'm sitting down, so it's a little awkward. You get used to it the more you do it. You kind of put it in between your legs there. For sitting down, you get used to it. So that's the treble pickup there. Alright, so let's get into the baritone real quick. That's bypass right here. Bypass right there. Real bright, a little darker, way darker, a little more mid-range, a little more mid-range, bypass. So here's on position 1. So that's first position. Here's the second position. A little bit more of a low mid-range there. Pretty cool. Even more bottom end. Pretty cool. It's got this weird, odd, sort of like a cocked wah-wah or something. Now all I got to do is get good at playing. So anyway, here's the next position on the virtuos, position 4. An odd Germanic tone, sort of like Klaus Meine is in your guitar. Germanic on that setting there. This is the last setting. So this takes out a lot of the bottom end. Kind of makes it sort of like a telly or something. Kind of the Danny Gatton setting of the guitar. And also, you know, like I was talking about the booster. So if you just are playing with your band with another guitar player, you got your rhythms all set. You just boost it up 4 dB for your solo. That's 8 decibels right there. Where is it? Up here? Somewhere up here. Right here. So you got the whole A octave way up there, all the way up to B. Which is pretty cool. So let's get it out of the baritone, and listen to it. Let's focus on the booster right now, just by itself. We've seen all the other features. So you can hear how the booster gives you the right kind of distortion and the right kind of gain for you're playing your regular sound. You got your regular sound. You just turn your booster to 8 decibels, for instance. Now you got it's like you turn up your amp. You've got more output, more input to the front end, and more output overall by 8 decibels. So you got ultra high. You got ultra high notes way up there. And it's nice to be able to extend your scale range. As long as you gotta get used to playing it though. I'm not used to it yet. of course the Pro Floyd rose, as you can tell from all that sound. You got a ton of sustain with this thing. With the, I guess, got to sand it some more, and haven't finished sanding it. But I like to put it all together first. You know, I like to put it all together first, so that, you know, let me turn the volume down there. I like to put it all together first. Make sure everything is functioning, and then spray it, because I just, you know, you don't want to try to modify anything later on. Otherwise, you're going to get into trouble with messing the finish up. So the guy who wires up my pickups is always like, why do you take this thing back apart after I wired all up all good? And I was telling Jim, I said, listen, man, I got to make sure this thing is playing right and functioning right, so that whoever gets it and buys it and owns it don't have no issues. And it's got to look, you know, brand new, not a scratch on it. I think I'm just going to lacquer finish just the top and the headstock top. And the rest I'm going to leave all natural with mineral oil. So it's easy to slide your hand back and forth. Sometimes when you put a finish on it, it can slow down your progress of traveling up the neck, because your hands get sticky when you're sweating, and the lacquer kind of grips your hand. You get used to it too. I mean, it's a little awkward when you're sweating on stage, but this, with just mineral oil on the back of this, you know, just put mineral oil on the back of this will keep that from being an issue, and it'll protect the wood, keep the sweat out of it. You know, every now and then you just put a little mineral oil on a cloth and rub it on the back. But it sounds killer. Walnut doesn't need a finish to sound good, and I'm just blessed by this build. This is one of the greatest builds I've ever made, if not the greatest, with all of its bells and whistles and features. So amazing.